And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'm here today with another brand new video for Gaming with GS. Now today's video is going to be something kind of different from my other videos. It may be the start of like a new series of videos I might be doing. This is a commentary on one of the best games I've ever played. I mean, this is definitely among the top 5, maybe top 10 best games I've ever played. And not only am I here to share this with you, but also to sort of teach a lesson of never give up in a game. Because this is a game where we were really far behind, and I didn't do that awesome early game, but we actually came back, you know? And it was great. Not only that, but I also want to teach you sort of how to play Riven more. I have a Riven guide out, and I also have awesome plays with Riven. I have those 2 videos out, and I feel like now I want to do a commentary. This is going to be a Riven versus a Fiora top, so it may be helpful to some of you playing against Fiora. Be aware though, I'm not going to do really good in lane against Fiora, mainly because of some mistakes that are going to be made, but I'll definitely point out some tips and tricks that you can do. But let's go ahead and skip forward. I kind of don't want to make this video too long, so maybe skipping a bit over some of the boring parts. But we have a pretty good team comp. Generally, you want to start with cloth armor because Fiora can out damage you. You generally want to start with cloth armor. I start with a longsword here because I'm pretty confident with Riven. You know, I know how to go against this Fiora, and despite what you will see that I totally get wrecked in lane because of an early mistake by our jungler. But generally speaking, if you're confident in lane, you can go longsword, but for the most part, for the majority of the time, you want to go cloth armor because Fiora's gonna out damage you by a lot. I believe she starts with over 100 AD, and I only start with like 86 here. We're gonna go ahead and leash for Vi here. We're just leashing blue, nothing really. Alright, and we're going back to lane. Now, generally, for the laning phase, going against Fiora, you don't want to engage. She's going to out-damage you early on, so don't even bother engaging. You mainly want to stay in lane, farm under your turret, make sure you get that CS under that turret. If you see Fiora's not being aggressive, you can go and, you know, get some CS. But the fact that she wins early game, she's going to win early on against you. Don't bother engaging on her. Just play safe, play defensively. Even if your jungler ganks you, you're gonna have a hard time, as you'll see later on. So generally speaking, you really are gonna have to play defensively. Start building. One of the first items you should definitely get is some armor, which you're gonna see later on that I get. But as you can see here, I'm just CSing really bad here, I think. Yeah, but there we go. I pick it up. This is how you generally want to CS. You want to let the turret hit one of the long range minions. You want to let the turret hit one time and then hit, and so the melee minions, you want to let the turret hit twice and then hit, and you can generally get CS. So that's kind of a tip there for you, how to farm under the turret. Especially against Fiora, you're going to need to farm under the turret. Now, when you get level 3, which I'm about to get level 3, you can sort of poke her a little bit. I'm going to show you in a bit how you can do that, which is coming up. Make sure you get the, if you're having trouble CSing, make sure you get the big minions, because they're going to give you the majority of the gold. Now here we're level 3 already. But as you can see, I'm not engaging. Here I engage, and this is what you want to do. You kind of want to go in with your E. You want to get a Q off. You want to stun, get another Q off, and then jump back. Don't finish your combo on her. You need to have somewhat of a distance. You need to keep your distance from her. You can go in and poke like I just did there, but that's all you want to do. Unless you're for sure going to kill her with your combo, with the ultimate, then go in. But generally speaking, you just want to go in, poke, and go back out again. And that's what she's probably gonna. If your Fiora does that, then you want to do it when she's on cooldowns. For example, if she Qs you and she Qs you again, then you can go and poke her back, because if she's gonna use her abilities, then punish her for using her abilities. But obviously, always be careful going against Fiora, because she's gonna out damage you. You see right here, I do my combo and I run away. I don't stay there fighting. Now that I see that her cooldowns are down, I try to go in for some more autos, but she's too far away. When her cooldowns are gone, when her cooldowns are basically up and she has to wait, she can't use any abilities, go after it. Now here, if I would have played this a little better, if I would have gotten one more auto, she would have died. But unfortunately, she stays alive. And to be very honest with you, I kind of hate myself for this, because I could have actually changed the way this lane ran, and probably changed the way this game ran. Because if I could have gotten that kill there, I would have been ahead of her. And because Fiora is so ahead in damage early game, if you can get an early kill on her, then you're going to be even for the most part. Because you can buy more items. So that really sucks that we couldn't get that kill there. But, you know, gotta work with what you get. But as you can see, Fiora's playing more defensively now. She's not really gonna engage since she knows we can do damage. But be aware, she's not gonna be afraid to engage either. See here again, we're just poking and we're using that last Q on Riven to get out of the fight. And other than that, you're just CSing. All of our other lanes are doing pretty good. I think no one has died yet even. Yeah, we have 1 kill. Another really important thing to notice is that both me and Fiora don't have potions anymore. So if you can hold on to your potion and make Fiora use her potion first, you can have an advantage here. As you can see here, I'm just sitting here and, you know, constantly just poking. If I had an ignite up, I probably could have killed her there too. If I had my ult, I probably could have killed her there too. So this is generally how you want to lane Fiora. Fiora can win her lane against you if you don't know how to lane against her. If you don't know how to lane against her, she's gonna win the lane. So this is, as you can see, she backed right now. And it just sucks on my part. It just really sucks on my part that I couldn't kill her 2 times. Like, I could have had an opportunity to kill her twice, and I didn't. So still till this day, I hate myself for this game because, you know, I usually do so good against Fiora. At the beginning of this game, I was like, "Oh, Fiora is so easy. You know, I'm gonna beat her." But you know, it sucks. You know, coming in too confident, I guess. As you can see here, their jungler's not even level 6 yet, so we're just gonna go and keep on hitting that turret and then back out and keep on CSing. Now, when Fiora comes back, she's gonna have more damage than us, so we cannot fight here. Even without her ultimate, she can still out damage us. That's how dangerous she is. The good thing, though, is that if you can build some armor, you can basically beat her. Fiora is so easy to counter. Build 1 armor item, and you can pretty much out damage her then. Unless she starts getting fed. If she gets ahead by 2 kills or so, then it's pretty much done. We're going to stay in lane here a bit. And I think we're just going to stay in lane to farm up a bit. But as you can see, as soon as she goes in, we don't go in. Like when she goes in, you want to go away. We want to go away. When her cooldowns are up, then you can do some damage. But even so, you have to remember, her autos do a lot of damage. She has more AD than you, so her autos are going to do a lot of damage. So, be aware of that. Now, the reason why we're not recalling it is because if we do recall, Fiora can take our tower down. She can have enough damage to either take tower down or get the tower low enough. And our jungler is doing blue buff right now. I think here's where we actually call our jungler over so we can go back. Yeah, here's where I call jungler over so I can go back, so he can cover a lane for me. Now, I'm not going to go back yet because our jungler is still doing blue buff, and I don't want Fiora to get any damage on my turret. Since she's already had a lot of damage from the minions since we had a turret hug him for most of the game. Oh no, our turret's still full HP. Now here's where things get messed up. Now I told Vi to not engage, but she engages. She thinks we can kill, and my ult misses because Fiora ults first, and we die there. So that's just a really poor decision by Vi. I wish she wouldn't have done that, but you know, stuff happens, and I was stupid too for engaging. I thought we could like do some damage. I think if my ult would have hit, I don't think it would have killed her. Fiora just has so much damage, so don't do this. As you can see, even with your jungler, I mean, Vi didn't have ult, so maybe if Vi would have had ult, we could have done something. But you know, regardless, you can see how powerful Fiora is. The only good thing about Fiora going against her is that she doesn't have any CC. She doesn't have much defense, so it can be pretty easy to lane against her if you know how to lane against her. As you saw me laning earlier in the early game, how I was just poking. If you can do that and just poke her down to a low amount of health, then you can beat her. Hopefully you can do a better job than I did and actually kill her. Because I don't know what happened to me this game. Like I have no idea why I couldn't kill her those 2 times. So now Fiora is really ahead. She has a level advantage. She has a gold advantage. At this point, you want to be careful. You can still poke. If you ever come in a situation where Fiora is beating you, you want to be careful. You don't want to engage that much. You can still do your poking strategy, but honestly, you're really going to need a good gank, and she has to be low. Her ult has to be down, because at this point, Fiora is dangerous. It's a bad idea to get Fiora fed. But we're just going to keep on trying to farm here safely. And we're just missing CS because I'm just scared to get comboed by her. As you can see here, we're going in again and flash out of there to deny her any more damage. As you can see, I'm still just poking her. Nothing really much. I'm not trying to kill. I'm just trying to slowly bring her health down. Now I think if I wasn't so scared, I could probably E over there and combo with my ult. But the fear of that is that she can ult you and become untargetable and basically kill you. Her ult does so much damage. So, and the fact that I had no vision there at my bush down, not tri-bush, the fact that I had no vision on my bush down there also would have been a bad idea to ult. So, always want to make sure you have vision in that bush. If you don't have vision in that bush, and you see your opponent laner is low, that laner is not going to stay there for you to kill. That laner is going to stay there because either his jungler is coming or because his jungler is already there. Now here I'm saying stop camping because this is already a hard lane. This just makes it harder. Here driving comes in. That was just a really bad ult because that was under turret. But I guess he was waiting for Fiora to go and ult me. Now as you can see here, even at this point right here, Fiora can still ult you and pretty much kill you still under turret because the turret won't hit her. She's untargetable. So at that instance right there, she probably could have killed me if she wanted to. Now, like I said, if you can get that one kill ahead of her, it'd be a completely different game. Like I said, if I would have gotten that one kill earlier on, or those early kills that she got really low, I did a really good job poking. If I would have gotten those early kills there, this lane could have possibly been a lot different, and I possibly could have been more aggressive. But I have to play defensive right now. I'm forced to play defensive because she does have that lead, and all we can really do is ask for ganks or contain the lane. But Vi is doing a pretty good job helping middle and bot right now. So as long as we can contain ourselves by ourselves, I think we're okay. I'm just gonna free farm here because we need it. And this is just free farming. And here Fiora comes back into lane. She came back with the start of her Bloodthirster build. She's using the Vampiric Scepter and her Bloodthirster, not Bloodthirster, the Ravenous Hydra build. She started building her Ravenous Hydra. And right now, as you can see, we did go back and buy an armor item. We did buy an armor item. We did buy some boots. That's generally what you want to do. You want to have some armor as an early item for Fiora. Early item for Fiora, you want to have some armor, just so you can negate some of that damage. So you can basically be on equal ground, because she does have more AD than you. Especially if Fiora has all AD masteries, all AD runes, then she's gonna have way more AD than you, because her base AD is already higher than yours. So armor early game is advised. Now here, I think, no, here's where I die again. Oh no, here I don't die again. I do die pretty soon, and to be quite frank, it's some bullshit how I die. I think here's where I die. I'm not sure. I'm gonna die pretty soon though again. As you can see, we're just clearing waves and not extending too far. And I'm giving MIAs. Fiora's missing. Always want to do that. There she is again. As you can see, with that Ravenous Hydra almost built, she has that item that gives her splash damage. So you really don't want to get too close. And here, here she uses her Q, and I'm like, okay, well maybe we can poke her a little bit. But then right there, you see that dangerous ult there. Kind of stupid. It's kind of like a Yi Q. Everyone knows how bullshit Master Yi is, and Fiora has that same ultimate and does massive damage, so she can dive you. As you can saw there, she basically dived me with... I mean, how much health did I have? I had like 60... I had 50% health. I had like 45% health, and she ulted me and killed me with 45% health. Like, that's... As you can see, my mistake, though, I already know my mistake here. Now, what happened was that here's where she's going to Q me, and I think, okay, she's queuing me, she's wasting her Q. Let me go and poke her a little bit and then back out. But I missed my Qs, I missed my stun. If I would have gotten my stun there, which I think I missed my stun really badly here. Let's see. Because I do think I missed my stun. If I wouldn't have missed my stun, I think I possibly could have escaped. Yeah, I missed my stun. I don't think I could have escaped anyway, though, because the stun's not even that long. But we died there, and we're picking up some more damage and a health bead. At this point, Fiora's winning lane really hard. And, you know, it's not really any major mistakes we're making. It's just she's out damaging us, and that early mistake from Vi. And then that last play there, we just miss our stun there. And, you know, generally speaking, if Fiora's ahead, you don't want to fight her. And sometimes you learn that the hard way. Now here we're just free farming again. And here we're gonna end up roaming middle, because at this point I'm like, okay, we're not gonna be able to fight Fiora. Fiora has 3 kills on us. You know, at this point, if you see that, and generally speaking, in any lane that you're in, and you feel like you're losing and you can't do anything, and your tower's down, you know, start roaming, start helping other lanes. Maybe you can feed off of some other lanes, which is what I'm gonna do here. Now, even though Fiora can have that top turret, if the enemy does try to get top turret or any turret, like get the second tier turret, you will put some pressure on by taking one of their turrets. As you can see, I'm just checking to see if Fiora is going to take it. Now, if she does end up taking it, you got to go back. You want to protect that turret. But if you can get enough pressure, or you can get one of your friends to go and guard the tower, like Quinn is doing right now, as you can see, Quinn just went over there to stop Fiora, then that's good too, because if you can roam and get some free CS, get some free kills. Now here's a really poor decision from us. At this point, we're desperate to kill Fiora because she's so ahead, and we're like, no, we have to kill her. We don't want her to get more ahead. And then, unfortunately, here Jarvan comes in for like the perfect ult, and he saves, and then Sona ults, and it's just a really bad game at this point. You know, a lot of us are making mistakes. A lot of us are kind of like down. You know, we're all on Skype here as well. You know, and we're all like, oh, you know, Fiora, it sucks. You know, Fiora's ahead. We can't let her get ahead. And you know, at that time, you gotta watch the map there. You know, I think we had no vision that area either. So another mistake out of desperate measures to try and, you know, shut down the Fiora. But you gotta play safe. You gotta play safe against Fiora. And you know, coming into this game, I knew that. I knew that coming into this game, you have to play safe against Fiora. As you can saw early game, I didn't really engage that much. And, you know, I thought there, you know, it was a 3v1 at that point. I thought maybe we can burst her down real quick, you know, but that didn't happen. Now here we're just gonna end up sticking in middle because we can't do anything against Fiora. We can't kill her. We can't stop her. She's gonna murder us. So at this point, if you're really far behind, you know, stay with your team, roam with them, see if you can get some kills with them, see if you can get some assists. Even assists are gonna get you some gold. Now here Quinn is not Quinn. Vi is gonna try to do something against Fiora. I'm gonna see if I can help him. And Vi's actually gonna give me that kill there. He told me in Skype that he wants me to get that kill there. I guess he kind of felt bad that he ganked earlier on and kind of gave Fiora a double. So he was like, I'll give you the kill. But I also need a kill. I'm at 0 kills, so if I can get a kill, that was generous of him. So at this point, we're just gonna build some more damage. We have our Hydra finished. We're just going to keep that chain vest there. You don't really want to build that into a Guardian Angel just yet. Unless you're getting focused really hard and you keep on dying, then buy the Guardian Angel. to you know, not get focused as much. But at this point, we're not gonna be focused because I think Quinn's more fed than we are. So they're gonna focus Quinn more. Plus, she's the ADC, so they're not gonna be focusing us. No need to buy Guardian Angel. Just finish the Hydra, and I think the next item we're gonna build is a Bloodthirster or a Cleaver, depending on if they have any armor belt. But at this point in the game, we're pretty far behind. Our bot lane is doing really good. Our bot lane's doing really good. Our top lane is terrible, obviously, because and our middle lane is doing decent. But if we go back here real quick, if we look at the stats, because I think I just checked it while I was walking over there. Do I check it here? I could have sworn I checked the stats here. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Let me check the stats. Oh, really? This is not gonna happen when, like, the time interval was, like, so precise that you have to, like... It was after I view at top. Oh my... Okay, forget it. Like... Forget it. Now, what happens here... Oh my god, I had it. Forget it. I'm not gonna bother anymore. Okay, now here we have a here we have a pretty good engage here. I'm gonna go in, pop an ult, get a kill. Then Ashe is, I think we're smite on Ashe, and we're gonna pick up the double there. We need that double, but then unfortunately here we keep on going in. Shouldn't have kept on going there. Honestly, shouldn't have kept on going there. We're kind of desperate for kills since we're so far behind. And I had my ultimate up, so I thought I could do more damage, but... Another poor decision. Honestly, not one of my best games. And there we go. But as we can see, we're kind of behind on kills. Map-wise, we're also at this point, we're pretty far behind. And if we look here... the Jarvan's doing okay. He has 0 kills, but he has 6 assists. The Annie's doing decent, 3-3. The Ashe is doing decent enough. Sona's doing really good, and Fiora is obviously kicking her ass. And then our Heimerdinger is doing okay. Our Sona's doing really good. Our Quinn's doing decent enough. I'm somewhat doing decent enough. I got those 3 kills, those 2 kills in mid lane. And then our Vi right now is doing really good too. So at this point, we're kind of equal we're equal in kill distribution wise, but they're kind of winning in map what's the word called? Not map dominance. I use it so much, and I forget the word. Not map coverage. Oh, I forget the freaking word. Oh, whatever. They're winning map wise, and they're also winning in kills. But we're just gonna keep on trying to get done what we can get done. Just getting that free farm here. Now it's keeping us above everyone else's levels. Honestly, CSing. We have the most CS on the team right now. 100 CS at 20 minutes. That's pretty good. And now up here we're gonna see if we can get an easy kill on Ashe here, just because as Riven you kind of need to get fed. If you're underfed as Riven, you're not gonna do a lot of damage. And if you can get an easy kill, you need to pick up easy kills. If you can pick people off, because Riven is a snowball champion. If you're sitting there at 0-4, then you're not gonna be much help to the team. If you're sitting there at 1-3, you're not gonna be much help to the team. You need to get your items. Riven is pretty much item dependent, kind of, because everything scales off of AD. So the more AD items you can buy, the more powerful your abilities, the more damage you can output also. And that's kind of why I was focusing so much on farm this game, and I was focusing more on farm than poking Fiora, and that's why I'm the most farm in the game right now as well, because I know that I need items as Riven. I need to get my AD up. So If you can't get kills, farm, because that's your biggest source of gold. CS is the biggest source of gold in the game. So if you can't get kills, definitely take advantage of farming. Now here we're gonna flash out this team fight here. We're gonna just back out because we're squishy and we're not much built here. But we're gonna come back right in after Vi takes the tank for us. And that unfortunately that Sona ult just really got us there. But our team's gonna finish it off for us. There they just really there the Sona ult got me and we kind of got screwed up there. But generally speaking, that was a good play. We aced their team there. And if we take a quick look at it again. Now here we're gonna go in. I was planning to ward the bush, but I noticed my ward wasn't even up. And here I immediately go out because I know I'm gonna be focused. They're not gonna focus Hammer. They're gonna focus me. So we're gonna flash out of here. We're gonna get away, and then when Vi comes in there, Vi's a tanky person, so she's gonna go in. I'm gonna re-engage here. Right now they're focusing Vi. I get a kill. But the sad part is that I get ulted there, and then Fiora turns her attention to me. So I mean, it was a good move for the team, you know, for me to go in there. But it sucked that we died. That we could have stayed alive. That would have been a much better play. But you see, at this point, if you can maintain a 1-to-1 ratio, or you can maintain somewhat of a 1-to-1 ratio, you're doing okay as Riven. Now here we're just going to get Dragon. Our team's going to get Dragon. We're doing pretty good. And we finished. We're going to get a Brutalizer because the enemy is building some armor. I think. If we look at their builds. If we look at their builds here, I think I check. Yeah. As we can see, the Jarvan has some armor already built, and Annie's building defense as well. So, Brutalizer to get that Black Cleaver, generally speaking. As I said in my Riven guide, generally speaking, you want to get Black Cleaver as one of the earlier core items, or a Ghost Blade as one of the earlier core items over Bloodthirst. So you kind of want to make your Bloodthirster after one of the armor penetration items. But here we're just free farming. We're going to try to take advantage of taking that top turret. We have a lot of damage, so we can solo towers relatively quickly. And our team's doing a really good job distracting the middle while we take this top turret. Here Sona's going to come in, and I have no vision of anybody except for that I see that there's 2 people middle. And unfortunately here I died too. Kind of worth though because we got the turret. I tried to escape. And I didn't engage on that Sona there. That was a good move, but unfortunately, you know, the Ashe arrow got us, and then Fiora was there as well, so there was nothing really we could do there. Kind of worth though, because we got the turret. We got our team an extra 100 gold there. And we're just dead here again. Map control, that's the word I wanted earlier. Okay, so as you can see, we're sort of making up for some of the map control we have. Our top lane is now fully no turrets left except for the inhib turrets. Our mid lane still needs that inhib turret, and our bot lane still needs that inhib turret. But map control wise, we're doing pretty good, pretty even right now. As a matter of fact, we're pretty even. We are exactly even in map control wise. And kills wise, we're even as well. Now here we're just gonna try to save Sona, go in there, stun the Jarvan, but unfortunately Sona's still gonna die there. At this point, I don't really want to engage yet. We're just gonna let Vi tank some of it, and as you can see, we're trying to avoid that Sona ult because I know Sona's gonna ult me as soon as I engage there, and I was trying to wait for that Sona ult to come off. And it did come off, but it still got me, but we end up killing them. That's another good thing you want to do. If you know that, the enemy has some ults up, especially with Sona, who has like a really high CC ult, you don't want to go in there because you know that Sona's going to use that ult. That's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't go in there, because that Sona ult was going to get me. So I kind of wanted her to use that on Vi. This is Vi's building tank. Sona can waste that ult, and then we can engage. But regardless, we killed them there. And we're slowly taking control of the map again. Here we take the tower. And here comes Fiora. We're all scared in Fiora. We're like, oh no, Fiora is coming in Skype. And I think Vi escapes this. I think Vi may escape this. Now, here, yeah. Good heal from Stone there. Now, unfortunately, Fiora's there. I mean, I can't kill Fiora. Me and Sona can't kill Fiora. Fiora's gonna wreck us, so we really had to we had to let Vi die there, just because if we would have gone in, Fiora probably would have killed us as well. At this point, we're just gonna let our minions push top. As you can see, Ashe is gonna come up and Fiora is gonna come. And at this point, I know that the highest damage dealers are not here, so we could engage. Another good tip is if you see that the enemy's highest damage dealers are not in the area, and you see that and you have vision on them, if you see the squishies there, take advantage of it. Try to kill those squishies so that you can lower their team numbers, especially in mid and late game. If you see someone who's squishy and who's not really a threat, and you see that damage dealers are nowhere to be found, and you see that they're in another area, do it. Here again, now I think what happened here was, let's see what happened here. Here we back off, and bad positioning from our ADC. She's nowhere near the support. Their support came in, but the support was behind her. Bad positioning from the ADC there. No vision in that tri-bush, in that bush there. And she ends up, and Sona ends up dying for her there. So that was kind of a poor decision there. And at this point, we really can't do anything. We are underbuilt. We have less gold than they do, and their whole team is there. We're missing our support, so I'm just gonna decide to head back and buy some stuff, as we have over 2,000 gold. Now at this point, I told my team, guys, build Thornmail. Main reason why we're gonna build Thornmail is because hopefully we look at the stats here. We're gonna sell the potions so we can get the Ghost Blade. We didn't even just sell the potions. Oh yeah, I think we sold the potions just to get the gold that we needed, so we can quickly get over to the dragon to hopefully stop it. But I don't think we're gonna have enough time to stop it. I think Sona might. Yeah, not enough time to stop it. And I believe here comes another team fight. Now, as you can see, with the Thornmail, we are becoming so much more sustainable, and we're doing a really good job at them. I mean, at that time, they weren't focusing me, so it gave us the opportunity to get a lot of damage off. Now, the reason why we're building Thornmail is because obviously Fiora, she's doing the most amount of damage to us, and then Ashe is doing a ton of damage to us as well. Jarvan is not building AP. He's building tank. He's not building AD either, but his autos. Most of his damage comes off of autos, so that's gonna counter him a little bit too. Sona isn't building any AP, so the only person we really gotta worry about is Annie. But the fact that she has two tank, well, not two tank items, but two defense items, 3 defense items. She has the Holy Grail, I think it's called. She has the Magic Resist, I forget what it's called, and she has the health item. So the fact that she has 3 generally defensive items is not going to make her a big threat. Plus, her ratio is 1-to-1 only. And in team fights, I don't really see her doing much damage to us. So the main threat here is definitely AD, especially with the Fiora. So I'm going to start building Thornmail, and some of the other teammates are going to start building Thornmail too, as you'll see later in the video. And Thornmail is really what's going to end up saving us in a lot of fights. As you can see, I was pretty tanky in that fight. I didn't take a lot of damage in that fight just because of the Thornmail there. So generally speaking, as a Riven player, you don't want to build Thornmail, but if you see yourself that you're behind, you see that the enemy top laner is AD and he's beating you, and you see that the ADCs on their team is doing generally good too. If you see that and you see that they're pretty much kicking your ass most of the time, build Thornmail just for defense. Just for the sake of getting that defense up and surviving. Now at this point, we're kind of bummed out that some of us died there, and they got inhibitor. And I think Here we're just, yeah, here we're gonna try to get Baron. As you can see, their team is forced to defend lanes a little bit since we have our lanes pushed, and we see that they're retreating. Now, generally speaking, whenever you see this, whenever you see that a team goes for an inhibitor, you always see them retreating because they feel like, oh, you know, they're gonna go and the whole team spawns, so we gotta retreat. So we take advantage of that, and we're like, okay, we know they're gonna retreat. They just took an inhibitor. We know they're gonna retreat. Let's go and get Baron. Maybe they're gonna retreat back to base. Because generally speaking, when a team gets an inhibitor, they usually go back to base because they got an inhibitor. They feel like, okay, we accomplished something. Let's go back to base. So I told my team there, let's see if we can get Baron. Maybe they're not there, and we end up getting it, and that's really gonna help us push our lanes and gain some more map control. Now at this point, we are gonna build Black Cleaver. And main reason why is because, as you can see, Annie's building Magic Resist, and Jarvan is building Magic Resist as well. Not much armor in the team, so getting Last Whisper wouldn't be that great of an idea here, mainly because it doesn't give you as much AD. The main reason for Last Whisper only to lower armor. That's the main reason you get Last Whisper, to lower the enemy's armor. And the only person building armor right now is Jarvan, and the main reason why I'm buying Black Cleaver and Ghostblade is just so we can get, so obviously we can pierce through the armor, but it gives us, it's generally a better item than Last Whisper, because Last Whisper is mainly only bought for the armor penetration. I mean, for the lowering the armor. So Black Cleaver and Ghostblade generally have other purposes. The Ghostblade gives you attack speed, movement speed, cooldown reduction, and the Black Cleaver gives you health. It also gives you cooldown reduction, I believe, I think, right? I know it gives you health, I know it gives you a lot of damage as well, so that's why we're getting those two items, because lowering the armor is not really one of our prime concerns right now. Now here, we're just going to keep on pushing lanes. We have Baron minions, so we want to take advantage of that Baron minion push. The enemy team is also going to be backing up. They're pretty smart. They know that we have Baron buff, and we could probably kick their ass, so they're not going to engage in a fight so confidently either. And right now we're tied in score, but without Baron buff, I think we could pretty much get beat if Fiora plays correctly. Now here, Vi's doing a good job at taking those pokes for us. And, you know, a team fight's about to happen. It's pretty much inevitable. But it would be stupid for the other team to come in. And they're going to force a fight here. I don't know why they forced a fight here. But it was a good engage by Annie. It was a really good engage by Annie. She got a really good stun off. I mean, they just got really confident there. And they engaged really well. They killed, I believe, two of our team members. We're forced to go back. And at this point, we're like, oh, man, we only have 3 people on our team left. They have a full 5-man team. And here I'm just like, you know what, screw this. I'm going in, doing as much damage as I can, trying to stay alive. You know, at this point, whenever you're in this situation, everyone's under the tower, go in and do some damage. Just see what you can do. Because as you can see there, I do a lot of damage to them. And the main reason you do that is because if they're under the turret, then if they attack you, they're going to get turret aggro. So take advantage of the fact that they're on the turret. Take advantage of it and do damage. Don't go in and, you know, throw yourself at them and die, but if you can do damage, do it. And as you can see here, we're doing a pretty good job defending here. Me and Sona just doing a really good job keeping them out of our base. And I think Quinn helped us there as well. We get 1 kill. We're not going to chase that because we have minions in our base, so we need to take care of the minions. Always prioritize the base over killing. Because a lot of times you'll see teams that, you know, just want to go after the kills, and they'll leave their base dying by super minions. Now here, top lane is pushed decently enough. Bottom lane is not much of a threat. Mid lane is the main threat here. We killed some of it. We killed a lot of their team members. So what we're gonna do here is just push out middle a little bit so that we don't have as much pressure from super minions. Now here, Fiora gets caught out. She overextends a bit too much, and that's what causes her to die. Her overextending there. You know. And getting caught like that, but it happens. And our tank is gone now. I can tank a little bit just because I'm building some health, I'm building some armor, but generally speaking, I don't want to be the one to be tanking because I do damage. Here we're gonna get Black Cleaver. Yeah, Black Cleaver does give cooldown reduction. At this point, we're almost full build. Bloodthirster is the last item we're gonna build here. At this point, you know, they're taking the other inhibitor. We have our support down. We have our tank down, and it's gonna be pretty tough to stop them here. And they're gonna try to go for that last turret, but once again, I'm like, screw this. I'm going in. They're on the turret. Take advantage of it. If they want to attack me, they're gonna have to attack me, and they're gonna have to take turret aggro. I end up dying here, trying to do as much as I can to stop them. And my team comes out right afterwards, so pretty good. We're able to stop them. But the unfortunate part is that look at their base. They have pretty much everything up, and we're just destroyed with our Nexus open. And we're gonna be dead for 36 seconds here. We're gonna be up again, and we're gonna see what we can do. At this point, I'm just going back because why do I go back here? Like I go to mid lane, and then I end up going back. What was the point of that? It may just be because I want to buy something, but I don't think I have enough gold even. Oh, I see why. Because the bot lane. Bot lane has some minions, so that's why we're going back. Hammer can't keep up with it. So as you can see, I'm trying to buy something, but I can't buy anything. So we're just gonna go out, head out, try to clear bot lane, push it out a bit, and see what we can do. We have Baron warded, as you can see. One thing you want to do, definitely late game like this, you want to have Baron warded constantly. Same with Dragon, but we're doing a pretty good job getting dragons. Fiora's gonna try to take top here, and she's confident. She knows that she's kicking ass at this point in the game. So, and she has Draven there, and unfortunately he ults two people that can get out of his ult. So, not a smart decision. But here we're gonna force a fight, and I see that CPT there gets a really good ult on Fiora, and we end up going in there. Great ult by Vi there. We take Fiora down, I ult, Sona, kill her, and then we have Venetian D, which is playing Quinn, take out Jarvan. At this point, I'm like, gotta get back to base, trying to clear the super minions, and leave the rest there. My team's doing a good job there, taking care of the Annie. As you can see, Annie's a bit tanky, you know, so she's not gonna be taken down so easily. Now most of their team is dead. We just need to sit there and defend. When you have the enemy team dead, you know, yes, you want to try to take advantage of it, take objectives, but at this point, all of our inhibitors are down except for top, and we really need to defend. Gonna try to buy Bloodthirster, but not enough gold yet. As you can see, Ashe is in the jungle over there. We still have Baron warded. Baron is up right now. And if they wanted to, they probably could take Baron. In fact, it would be wise of them to take Baron right now because we're forced to defend the base. So it'd be wise if they do take Baron. And we're just going to try to run around, try to clear lanes, try not to extend, because if we extend right now, we're all pretty spread out. We have two people top, two people middle, and Venetian D is bottom there. And sorry I keep calling everybody by their username, you know, I'm just really used to playing with them. This is actually the team that I generally play with a lot. We're on a Skype call. And, they're going to take Baron here, I believe. We were going to take Baron again, but like I said, it'd be wise if they take Baron, and they do take Baron. We have a backbone over there playing Heimerdinger, trying to see what's going on. And they're going to end up taking Baron, which is just really going to suck because they have a really heavy damage team, and you know, they have Baron now, and we're behind a lot. The good thing is that we do have that inhibitor there, which, since when did that get taken? Yeah, that got taken that one time we pushed down middle. Now where were we at? We're here. Okay. So they do end up pushing down mid. Yeah, here it is. Here's where we left off. But they do end up cutting off right here. They do end up getting our team in a pretty bad position. You know, as I said, at this point in the game, you don't want to be roaming alone together. And I don't know why, you know. I told my team we needed to defend, and they were just, roaming out and mid lane there. CBT over here trying to get a kill, but honestly a poor decision because he dies, so not the best decision. And at this point, it's me and Venetian D alive, and we're like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna stop this Fiora? The Fiora's scary, and then Sona ults me here, and I'm just like, screw this, I'm going in, kick some ass, and me and Quinn just annihilate them here, and just beautiful play there. Beautiful, beautiful save there to save that game, and we live another few minutes. And at this point, most of their team's dead. I think they have one person alive, which is Annie. And we're going to try to scout her out. At this point, we want to push lanes as much as we can, especially to get that mid inhibitor. And we're just going to keep on going. Keep on pushing as much as we can. Good thing with Riven is Riven can farm really quickly. And as you can see, most of the team built... 3 people in our team have Thorma now. Here, Annie just gets a really good combo on us, but this is what Riven can do. Power of Riven, if you know how to play her correctly, you can literally boom, kill like that. Unfortunately, we're trying to go back to base. Unfortunately, a really well Ashe arrow kills us here. That just really sucks there. It would have been amazing if we could have actually gotten out. But as you can see, our kill score right now is 13-9-9. We kind of made a really good comeback. Got a lot of kills in team fights, and we kind of turned the game around a bit for myself. We were doing really bad early game, and we kind of, picked it up. So, pretty good. The enemy team can still beat us if we are out of position. As you saw a few minutes ago, we were all out of position roaming around, so they can still kill us. At this point, though, because we have Thornmail, it's going to be hard for Fiora to do much damage. So, as you can see, 3 of our teammates have Thornmail. It's only Heimerdinger and Sona who don't have Thornmail. So we're in good position right now. And unfortunately, I think they get Baron again. Do they get Baron? No idea why. Jarvan says Ashe is retarded. I mean, Ashe isn't doing terrible. She's only died 5 times compared to some of us on our team who's died 9 times. Look at me. And at this point, we see that they're trying to take top. Most of our team's in the middle. I'm gonna see what I can do. Probably can't do much at this point, though. I have some damage built, so I can pretty much 1v1 anybody, especially with Thornmail. Here, Ashe just tries to finish the game, but unfortunately for her, we're quick enough to respond. We didn't chase that Sona there. That's what Sona wanted us to do, to chase her so that Ashe can go in and take Nexus, but we're smarter than that. We didn't fall in for that trap. And we're just going to keep on clearing bottom lane, just defending, trying to wait for that inhibitor to come back up so we can push lanes a bit. Vi's going alone, middle lane. I mean, we did just kill 3 other teammates or so, so we do have a team advantage right now. 2 of the teammates, 3 of them are alive. And there's Fiora. She has Guardian Angel, which makes it really annoying now, because even if we focus Fiora now, she's gonna come back alive. So as you can see, though, I'm doing a lot of damage. I have a lot of burst damage, and Quinn there is also doing a lot of damage. Too early of an ult, but we still end up killing, and we just destroy Annie there. Pick up a double kill there. Really good teamwork with Quinn there. As you can see, our Vi is Vi loves backdooring. He's always talking about how he wants to backdoor a lot of games, so he's really good at that. And as you can see, while everyone is trying to take our base, Vi is just taking their base as well. So a really good play by Vi there. And we're just going to see if we can help Vi. At this point, we're pretty strong. Riven is pretty strong right now. Even though we were behind early game, at this point, we have enough in our build to burst out a ton of damage. Plus, Thornmail is going to really save us. And here, Vi tells me to go in. He's going to tank. And I flash out really quickly because I know that Jarvan's going to ult me. And here, Unfortunately, he escapes with his lance there, with his spear, and we don't kill him, but we do end up killing Ashe here, punishing her, and I think CPT ends up killing him here as well. No, we're just focusing turret. At this point, don't even bother trying to kill the tank. Jarvan's tank, so don't even... He's not going to do a lot of damage, so focus turret always. If there's a tank underneath the turret, don't focus the tank. You're not going to do much damage to him. Focus the turret. Try to get the turret down. Unfortunately, not enough damage, not enough minions either, so we have to retreat here. Fiora's back up. We are scared of Fiora, and Fiora has a good 20 kills, I think. Let's actually go back and look at the stats real quick, because to see at how the game looks right now. As you can see, not enough minions, not enough damage. I can't 1v1 that turret yet. And Jarvan can do enough damage. Oh shoot, just missed it again. Okay, at this point, as you can see, Fiora's kind of fallen off the game again, but she's still scary. She's mainly scary just because look at all the damage she has. She has Guardian Angel. That makes her a threat. But unfortunately for her, I'm carrying the team right now with 18 kills, and you know I could beat her in a 1v1 just because of Thornmail. And the Sona is doing decently well. The Ashe is doing not so great, and they're kind of just relying on Fiora. They're relying on Fiora to burst out a ton of damage for Sona to stun, for Ashe to stun, and then they have a lot of CC. This is why their team is really strong. Sona has CC, Ashe has CC, Annie has CC, high CC team, and they can lock us down and kill us. And Jarvan has CC too, so they can lock us down and kill us, and Fiora can go and just annihilate all of us if they plan it out correctly. On the other hand, we only have Sona with her ult CC. Heimerdinger has a grenade CC, which is kind of awkward unless he aims it really good. So Fiora is still a fear for us, so we're gonna end up retreating here because Fiora could still kill us, and there's Sona's there. And like I just said, you know, that's our Sona actually, but their whole team is up right now, so they can lock us down. They have the Annie there, and Annie's doing decently well. But as you can see, we pretty much came back right now. Right now, we're beating them in kills. We basically came back from a really terrible game where Fiora was fed, and just a lot of good teamwork. They can still win this because our Nexus is open, but here's going to be the game-changing fight coming up in a bit. You know, right now at this point in the game, everyone's like, "Oh, you know, what are we gonna do? We're scared of Fiora. We don't want to get CC'd." And at this point, I'm like, okay, you know what? I gotta sell something. I can't sell my armor. I'm gonna sell the Ghost Blade. We have our cooldown boots, so the cooldown boots are gonna make up for the Ghost Blade that we're gonna sell. You know, we are taking smart, taking this away to get more damage. I'm doing the most damage in the team. I'm the damage dealer in this team, and Quinn's doing damage too, but she's building more defensively. She has Eternity Force, and she has a cloak there, Negatron cloak. So I'm doing more damage here. I'm bursting people down, so I need to get Infinity Edge here. And because we sell some of our defense here, well, not some of our defense, because we're not focusing on defense, we're mainly focusing on damage. You're gonna see that we don't want to engage in a fight here. I don't want to engage in a fight. I want to be one of the last ones to engage. Now this is the play of the game where things go in favor for us. Now as we can see, Fiora is over here. Now what Fiora's going to try to do is Fiora's going to try to focus the ADC, try to focus Fiora, try to focus the main damage dealers to lock them down. Heimerdinger is probably going to ult right in the middle here. It's perfect time to ult. And Sona's probably here going to try to ult as well. Now here we go. As we can see, Fiora is right there. Right where she can try to get something done, but she doesn't get anything done. Heimerdinger unfortunately gets in there and doesn't get anything done either. Like, our team's not really getting anything done here. Just the other team pops their ultimates. I go in. I'm like, screw this. I'm going in. I'm popping my ult. I'm doing damage. Get in there, and our team ends up finishing them off here. A really good job by Heimerdinger there, getting that kill there. Everyone staying alive. Good job by everyone sharing the damage there. As you can see, everyone pretty much shares the damage there and doesn't die. Now we look back in here, as you can see, CPT tried to get something done. Heimerdinger gets ulted. Really good job at escaping though. And then Jarvan tries to ult me, but he misses. And then CPT goes right back in to tank everything. Really good job at him tanking everything and keeping us alive. As you can see, I go in at the very end to try to burst everyone down because I know that their abilities are on cooldown now. I know that they use their ultimates. Let me go in there and wreck some people. So this basically is the game-changing fight right here. And if you're playing Riven like me right here, if you're the one, carrying team with kills, if you're the main damage dealer, don't go in. You can't go in first. If you're gonna go in first, they're gonna focus you. At this point in the game, they were already focusing me because they see that I have the most kills. They see that I'm doing damage, so you're gonna have to let your team go in. Let your tank go in if anything. Get them CC'd first, and then come in and do damage, then burst them down. And at this point, Sona's in there already trying to get the turret down by herself since her whole team is dead. We just aced them, and I tell her to tank. She's gonna tank this turret for us, and we're gonna end up taking that, and we're gonna end up taking the Nexus as well shortly after. Their team's not gonna be responding. Fiora's gonna be responding soon, but honestly speaking, we have 3 of us here, 4 of us here. Nothing's gonna happen, and that basically ends the game right there. Really close game. I mean, in the beginning, all of us were down that we were gonna lose that game. I know that I was kind of mad at Vi that the poor decision early on, but Vi definitely proved that she turned her game around. A lot of the fights she tanked really good, and our CC, which was for the most part just Sona and Heimerdinger, they did a really good job at sharing the damage in that last fight, so I can go in and burst them down real quick. That's the fight that won the game. If we would have lost that fight there, we would have lost the game there, and they had the potential to beat us. Because if we look back at that fight, I mean, honestly speaking, if we look back at that fight, Heimerdinger really is out of position there, unfortunately, and gets ulted by the Annie ult. Poor decision by Annie, though. I mean, relatively speaking, with the Annie ult, you don't want to just ult one person. If you can try to get more people ulted with the Annie ult, you can stun more people. So Annie probably should have waited. Not the best engaged by Annie, but I mean, then again, our team didn't get much done either, as we saw. Let's go and look at this fight one more time. The game-changing fight here. I will admit, what saved us from a lot of damage there is that most of it had Thornmail. So now, as we can see here, once again, a CPT here is going to try to go in here, try to find the carry, try to find someone who's doing a lot of damage, but unfortunately, he's not going to find anybody, and he just ends up tanking a lot of the damage. As you can see, the enemy is using a lot of their ultimates on Vi. He's really tanky though, so at this point, here's where Annie ults Backbone, but all of us are over here, so not a great ult by Annie, but a decent enough engage. And Fiora here is trying to go in for the kill, focusing the wrong person, to be very honest with you. Heimerdinger's not really fed in this game. He's not a major threat. I don't know why she's going after him. And Jarvan tries to ult someone, but unfortunately a lot of us have an escape from the ult. And at this point, as you can see, everyone here is still pretty much full health. I mean, no one here is really low on health. Our team is bound to die here. I mean, Backbone's low on health, Sona's halfway dead, and whoever this is over here is about to die. And as you can see, everyone here is pretty much full health. And Heimerdinger just killed the Fiora, which really wasn't Heimerdinger because he's all the way up here, but his turrets did. And as we go in here, look at this. We go in here just bursting out so much damage. The power of Riven is really shown right here as we just go in, pop the ult, and just destroy people left and right. And here we're just focusing Ashe. And as you can see here, I probably would have died if I didn't focus Ashe, because god damn it, this freaking I focus Ashe there because she's the carry. She's gonna do more. She's doing DPS. A lot of damage in a few seconds, so want to focus her first, forget about the support last. And the Annie here, not the Annie, Jarvan is a tank, so for last, definitely focus the support and the tank last, always in fights. Get everybody else first, focus them last. And perfect fight, just a really perfect fight for us, and that ends up winning us the game, as you see here in the end. But great game. I hope you guys learned something from it. I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed commentating. If you guys like the commentary, definitely tell me. If you think I could do something better in the commentary, if you guys want to see more, definitely tell me. I'm open for all feedback. I'm really open for opinions and all that stuff. So, great game in general. One of the best games that I've played. It looked like it was gonna go in their favor in the beginning, but we really turned it around in the end, and I'm proud to have the team that I have. Everyone did really good in this game, and it was just really fun. Thank you for watching. I hope that this video helped you out in any way. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It'll really help me out. If you didn't like it, you can leave a comment below as well and give some feedback. If you have any other comments or questions, please leave them in the comments as well. And I usually try my best to answer those comments within the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on how busy I am. I also have plenty of other content on my channel about different gaming tutorials, as well as general gaming videos for Guild Wars 2, League of Legends, Minecraft, and any others that you may be interested in. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. And if you like what you see, you can subscribe too. Would really appreciate it. You can also check out my other channels and social medias as shown on the screen right now. And with that, thank you so much everyone, and this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.